And of course, we like to start the shows with finding out what to watch when the weather is bad outside. So let's say good morning to film critic Dale Pollak.
Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Audrey. Great to be with you.
You too, Dale. Thanks so much for being here. Tell us about The Challengers in movie theaters. You went and saw this.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it because I'm a big fan of Zendaya, the actress who was in, of course, Euphoria and also in the Dune movies. And I've got to say, it was a disappointment. It's a love triangle. There's two guys. They're both very good tennis players, both in love with Zendaya, who is also a very good tennis player. One of the irritating things about this film is a complaint I have about a lot of content lately. It jumps back and forward in time so often that you completely lose track of where you are. It's 3 days earlier, it's 6 months earlier, it's a year later, it's 2 years earlier. I see this cropping up more and more in limited series and in films, and it is just downright confusing. You don't know where you are in the story, you don't know when you are in the story, and it's a real problem for this film because it just doesn't resonate the way it should. The tone is very uneven, and actually, the director was able to get a bad performance out of Zendaya. And that you got to work hard to do that. She's too talented an actress to have this kind of bad writing subvert a feature of hers. And I just never believed a moment of the film. I didn't believe the love triangles. I didn't really believe the rivalry between the guys. And I certainly didn't believe the ending, which is one of the most far-fetched endings I've seen in a while. So I don't have a lot of good things to say about Challenger. It's a challenge to sit through the movie and enjoy it. That's the biggest thing I could say. And I think this one is worth skipping or at least waiting until it turns up on a streaming series.
Okay. You know, I have to tell you, Dale, that Jackie Pascal is going to be very disappointed. She's been looking forward to this for a while now.
I was too, because we rarely get to see Zendaya in this kind of role, but, this was not her best choice of material.
Okay. So what was your popcorn rating on this, Dale?
2 popcorns.
Ooh, that is not ideal.
A disappointment.
Yeah.
Pretty much every level.
Yeah, to spend money on a movie theater ticket and to give up a lot of your time, I would not do that for 2 popcorns. According to Dale.
No, I think I'll take Dale's advice and maybe wait for this to come out streaming somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not a professional tennis player, but I have a friend who plays competitively, and he found the film to be totally unrealistic.
Oh, wow.
So I don't think it works on that tennis level.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to stick with pickleball anyway. Let's move on to our next one, Dale. Furiosa, a Mad Max saga that's in theaters.
That just opens today. I went and saw it last night, and I'm afraid to say it, too, was a disappointment.
Oh.
The Mad Max series began in 1979 with the original Mad Max with Mel Gibson. This is a sequel. It's actually a prequel to Mad Max Fury Road, which came out in 2015, and starred Charlize Theron and Tom Hardy. And those 2 actors are sorely missed in this prequel. I will say it's the best stunt film of the year. It's not Fall Guy. This film has unbelievable stunts and unbelievable action, but it seems much ado about nothing because you're waiting. First of all, it's almost an hour before Anya Taylor-Joy enters the movie as the young Furiosa, the character played by Charlize Theron in the previous film. So you're waiting an hour for her to show up. And when she does, she isn't given that much to do until the very ending. You've got Chris Hemsworth, who has a great beard in this film. He's like talking through the beard for the whole movie. And he's a pretty good villain, but I found it strangely uninvolving emotionally. There were really no stakes at heart of this film. We know Furiosa is going to survive because she was in the last film as an adult. So there's no tension here, and the film is kind of missing a heart. Tom Hardy brings some ferocity to his role. There's nobody in this film. I mean, they're all in such strange makeup and masks. You can't tell what kind of actor is in the costume anyways. But it just didn't really get me going. And these action sequences are very revved up There's some amazing stunts in this, things you've never seen before, but it all adds up to a bunch of excitement that dulls pretty quickly. Again, they will continue to make these movies. They've got a formula, and I'm pretty sure this film will open big this weekend because it has a lot of fans. I mean, think of a series that's built up a fan base since 1979, but that doesn't mean every new film is good. And this, to me, was really lacking in the same dramatic tension and delivery that the previous Mad Max film had.
What was your popcorn rating on this, Dale?
3 popcorns. The action is undeniably great. The emotions are what really don't come through in this version.
All right, Dale, we have to get to your third one. It's called A Gentleman in Moscow. This is streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is one of the best series I've seen this year. It's anchored by a terrific performance by Ewan McGregor, who plays the Russian nobleman who, at the start of the Russian Revolution in 1917, is sentenced to confinement in a luxury hotel, which he is not allowed to leave, hard to believe as it is, for the next 40 years. So it's a long-term series. It takes over a great period of time. Performance by Ewan McGregor is one of the best I've seen in a streaming series this year. He is just terrific in this, and as the series goes on, it deepens. His relationship with the girl he adopts as his daughter becomes very, very meaningful. Mary Elizabeth Winstead is also very good as an actress who falls in love with him. And, you know, the plot is unique. It's not like anything else I've seen, and it's 8 episodes, but it really delivers on the last episode. It's so emotional. I mean, you know, my wife and I were tearing. It was so strong, and so I have to give this my highest 4 popcorn rating. It's one of the best series I've seen this year, and completely worth sticking through all 8 episodes.
Wow. Wonderful review there. Thank you so much, Dale, for your time. Always great to see you on a Friday. And folks at home, here are those titles one more time. Challengers, now playing in theaters. Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, also in theaters. And A Gentleman in Moscow on Paramount Plus.
Save the best for last,
yes.
It sounds like. Very good. All right. If you ever need more TV and movie recommendations, you have 2 ways to find them. Visit the WXII 12 YouTube page's Movies in Review playlist or check out his website, dalempolick.com.